So the 25th day of February 2023 was the day we felt our heart beat because it was the election to determine the next president of Nigeria, and this is how it went. So welcome back, guys. Quickly, please like, share, and subscribe. Please support your girl now. Support your girl. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know what the title is and what the topic for discussion is about. So, guys, the 25th day of February was a day that meant a lot to the citizens of Nigeria, both the young, the old, the poor, the rich. It was a day that meant a lot to a lot of people and different things to different people. And more particularly, meant a lot to me. One of the things I discovered is that this was the first time I saw participatory interest in government. Like, this was the first time I saw most of the citizens, because I won't say all, because everybody is entitled to their opinion and their party affiliation. It was a day I saw most of Nigerians together with keen interest in the future of this country. I saw oneness to a large extent. I saw voice. I saw hope. It was a day I saw just faith. But however, this experience was not short of disappointment, drama, intrigue, and insight. And today I will be sharing some of the things I learned during this exercise. Quickly, I want to say I am of the opinion that people are entitled to their opinion and they have the right to support whichever party they choose to support for reasons best known to them. Outside the fact that I saw a lot of people participating like never before with hope that a particular candidate, which is the Labour Party, eventually emerge the winner of the election against all odds. It was nothing short of disappointment and drama. But I think one of the things I learned is that we are the reasons why some certain things happen to us. I actually thought that a lot of persons were aware of the sufferings of the masses. I thought a lot of persons were aware of the perpetrators of the sufferings of the masses. I thought a lot of persons were fed up with the current state of the nation, but I think I was wrong. And I can say I was wrong, because one of the things we could not look beyond was the issue of what? Tribalism. I was surprised and I was brought back to reality that there's a lot of tribalism in this state, irrespective of the character of whoever represents a tribe. Some persons are willing to go down the drain with them. They are ready to die, they are ready to stake their life, as long as it's someone from their ethnicity or their tribe. That whether the person is competent or not doesn't matter. And this is not to the issue of whether people from different ethnicity had the capacity during this election, but the issue is that some things were particularly obvious, but I discovered that ethnicity was even more stronger than the issue of reality. Yes. And another thing I saw the disappointment come the 1st of March 2023, where a lot of persons were sad, their hope dashed, and this as a result of when expectation does not meet with what? Manifestation. And I want to start from the beginning. INEC actually gave us hope, because one of the things during the build-up of campaign and preparation for the election was that this election was to an extent supposed to be free and fair. And another thing I saw is that I observed some category of persons. The first category of persons are those who, for reasons best known to them, supported the candidate they actually wanted to, whether because they felt the person will be able to deliver whatever they feel is best for this country. I don't have issues with this particular set of persons, no. The second category of persons I observed were people who clearly knew that their choice of candidate has nothing to offer. They don't even have reasons why they feel their candidate has something to offer, and their candidate indeed has nothing to offer. But in spite of these factors, they went further to support their candidate. This set of persons, I don't know, I find them funny. For lack of words to describe them, I find them very, very funny. And the last category of persons, or maybe not the last, are this set of persons who do not necessarily have reasons for supporting their own candidate, but the only reason they have for supporting their candidate is because they feel that the person who is best fit for the position will not win. Therefore, it is better for them to end up being, oh, I told you, than being, oh, it will happen, but it did not happen. This particular set of persons, I think they are the worst set of persons because they really have nothing to stand on. They have nothing to defend. They have no interest of people at heart, and I don't think they serve the society any purpose. This set of persons are, I don't know what to say. I'm very, very careful not to use some certain words, but these particular people, they are the persons I find issues with. But scratch that, let's proceed. There's this particular category of persons that I am very careful not to address, but I actually observed that they exist. I saw that they were persons supporting their candidate solely on the basis that this particular candidate is of their ethnicity, it's of their tribe. I thought that with the level of suffering, which is not restricted to any tribe, level of poverty that cuts across all tribes in this country, I would have thought that the suffering was enough to bring us out of ethnic sentiment. But I thought wrongly. It did not. Matter of fact, it did not. So this particular set of persons, they exist, and that was one of the things that the election opened my eyes to. They really exist. There's religious sentiment in this country that supersedes the common interest of this country. Then lastly, the other set of persons I observed were the category of persons I would call fools, because they were the ones engaging in thuggery, they were the ones engaging in intimidation, they were the ones engaging in bribery. And some of the people that fell into this category is very funny. That when it came out, it was really funny. These are professors, the so-called educated persons. We would thought that the thugs were mostly illiterates and vagabonds of the society, but no. We even saw clips of Nigerian force, police engaging in ballot snatching. We saw professors and lecturers engaging in manipulating results. We also saw NYSC core members and youths engaging in manipulation. And it's funny. And I think this is the point where I will use this statement. When we no longer stand for what is true, we are no longer victims but accomplices of what is bad. And I think this is true. Very, very true. And I think I've learned my lesson. And quickly, let me just mention some of the things I learned. I learned that not everybody will see things the way you see it. Not everybody will have the interests of the collective at heart as opposed to their own personal interests. Some persons will definitely put their personal interests above collective interests. It is true and it remains true. One of the things I learned is it is not wrong to assess people based on their political preferences. Although I did not really believe this, but I think I believe now. If a person who you think was a saint is supporting an armed robber, in quote, it shows you a lot about that person, and I don't think you should overlook it. So I don't think it is wrong to an extent to judge people based on their political opinion, to judge their character and sense of reasoning based on their political affiliation. I think that was one of the things I learned. Another thing I learned is Nigerians have actually woken up. It may appear, I think I did a podcast one time talking about the long walk to freedom after the NSAS protests and everything that transpired. I said it may look like it did not do anything, but it did. I think Nigeria has progressed from the issue of I don't care attitude, nonchalant attitude towards politics, to large participatory interest in politics. And it's good. And I also want to encourage everyone to participate. Be interested in the people leading you. And if you do not participate, those that participate, they have all right to what lead you, whether they are good or they are bad. Lastly, because I don't intend this podcast to be long, one of the things I also learned is that the change is coming. It may take time, but it will definitely come because their eyes are open to a large extent. I won't say totally, but to a large extent. Gone are the days where people sing the praise of criminals. Now, if you sing the praise of criminal as a public figure, you can be cancelled, and it's good. Lastly, I asked somebody recently, if we swap Obi with another Igbo man, do you think it will have the same effect? And the answer was no, and I think that's true. And it taught me a very valuable lesson. Gone are the days where people can control others' choice. One of the things I saw is that we now have power to decide who will rule us and who will not rule us. Beyond manipulation, beyond thuggery, beyond ethnicity and everything. And I think that's nice. So ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts about the presidential result and the outcome? I think it's sad and everything, but nevertheless, I do not want to talk about the INEC and every other thing that happened. I think we should sit back, relax, and hope for the best to happen and let the vote of the people count. Yeah, so thank you very much. Do have a lovely day. I love you.